How much work is involved of deleting comments that you get? I could just imagine.
Well, we don't delete, comments. Yeah, I guess
Well,
we
we
do.
do.
Do you
It's a
ever,
lot.
Kind of manages the day to day now. It's before I brought her on, it was astronomical.
Really?
I couldn't
It's a
handle
lot.
it.
I couldn't imagine like waking up in the morning just seeing like, okay, what kind of reviews did somebody get real mad
Well,
about?
that was like that. We were like that when it was before it was post approval.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the
And
Wild West for
it
a while.
was.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, we were scaring restaurants away. And
Really?
then we had to just wait. We wanted to be this platform of pure freedom.
At
And
first.
At first, but negative always outweighs positive when it comes to
Right.
people putting the word out and advertising and so forth. Everybody has their view, and usually negative draws everybody in. So it was crazy at first.
Now, do you see something, and maybe not, but have you seen anything where like it's been like there's one certain place and it's negative, it's because it's legit like bad
Yeah.
place? I mean,
Well, our rules do allow you, if you have an absolute bad experience, we wrote these set of rules over a year's time that you can complain if they don't help you. If you go to the management says, you're wrong, too bad,
yeah,
you're allowed to put it on there. And
Okay.
I usually will reach out to the management and check before I let it happen. Now, if management doesn't get back with me in a few days,
fair
and
game.
I don't call them. I just go on there and
Yeah.
talk to someone from the restaurant, and it's all local, so we know a lot of the people.
Yeah.
So if we get something that contradicts what's going on, we take it down.
Okay.
We don't let it on. I
That's
should
fair.
say.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
But you can, if you have a totally terrible experience with a restaurant, you can say something. It can happen. They have to jump through hoops of fire almost with management if they don't help them out to get it on there. It's happened a couple times.
And you seem like you give them plenty of time too to right their wrongs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I've seen people where they're like, "Hey, really enjoyed this. A, B, and C. D was, we weren't, but that's good. That's a good review. But
And nothing's perfect, but sometimes it's all on how you word it.
Yeah.
right,
You have to be really careful with your words.
Right.
Because for whatever reason, I've noticed that, like you said, a lot of people, sometimes someone wanted to put a negative post up, all of these people just would come out of the woodwork and just the drama would be there and people would feed into the negativity. And then maybe they might say, oh, thanks for telling me, I'll never go to that place or I won't try that place out.
Yeah.
That's not what we wanted for any restaurant because, everyone has a different experience.
Yeah.
right.
So just,
Yeah, and like I said, there's been times where I've gone to restaurants that that I thoroughly enjoy, and they just have an off night.
sure.
It happens.
Everybody does.
It happens. I
That's
mean,
life.
it just it
Happens
is,
to everybody.
and that's like there was a restaurant that opened up in Wintersville, and as soon as they opened up, people were like, "Oh, I had to wait. I had to wait for like an hour for this, and I had to do." I'm like, they just
common.
opened.
Yeah.
And the other thing is like, especially now, I almost probably everywhere is having trouble finding staff.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's just not that easy where you're going to, it's not like before where you opened up and you'd have people just waiting, needing a job and getting a job or wanting a job, or
Yeah.
there's a lot that want the job, but they have the work ethic that you don't want them there anyway. So it's just, you got to, it just blows my mind when you hear somebody that says, oh, this place just opened, but, we had to wait. Service was slow. They messed up our order. Give them time.
Yeah.
Give any place time. I mean,
Not only is, the service affected when you're short staffed anyway, but then, think of the perspective of what the restaurants are going through, the management, because
Right.
now, turnover rate, they're constantly having to train people and
Right.
then, it's just consistency sometimes isn't there or, it's hard to keep
Yeah.
people. It really is.
And some of our viewers that watch the podcast, when I told them we're having a food episode, they sent us some viewer submitted questions. They were hoping that you can help us out on some. So I'm going to pick out one to read. They're really good. Oh, might as well pick out that one. Here's the first one. It comes from Phil in Yorkville. If someone from out of town wanted to try a High Valley pizza for the first time, where would you recommend they go?
Wow.
And this is kind of a question you can't really get wrong. I mean,
Well,
It depends on who you ask.
We all have
right.
our favorites.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
we have favorites. And her favorite, it's not my favorite, but my compromise and her compromise is a good compromise.
Nice.
So we have sponsors on our group, so we're going to say it how we say it anyway, whether they're sponsors or not. We're going to talk here without any kind of anything leaning us one way
Right.
or another. They get upset, they get upset. You love, what's yours?
I love Zontini's. That's my.
Zontini's.
That's.
I'm
I
team
would say
Zontini's
that's
as well.
my number
I
one.
tell you what's great about Zontini's. Their sauce is nice and zesty.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I do like that sauce. Mine would be the Fabio square pizza.
Okay.
It's the Sicilian style. They rarely have it out. You have to order it as a pizza. And I love that pizza. It's my favorite. Carlini's is
Carlini's.
good.
That's
Yes.
in my top 5.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Now, where's Carlini's at?
Shady
Shady
side.
side.
Okay.
And their pizza's amazing. And these are square pizzas we're talking about now. If you
Yeah.
want to get into pies, wow. Fabio's again. They make
Yeah.
good pie.
Yeah.
And they'll mix it up for you. You know, that's what's great. You may have some people who don't like the square style pizza, and some people don't want a pie. And then they
Yeah.
also have the gluten-free stuff. It's a one-stop shop pretty much for pizza.
It's always consistent too.
It
is.
You know who's working there every
Yes.
week.
And
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they do I'm not sure, and I don't want Tom over there to, get upset, but I think there's oregano or something on there. Something different about their pizza
Uh-huh.
that just takes it to that next level
Right.
you don't normally get. And everybody likes DeCarlo's, but I will say this: they're not all consistent.
No. it's
No, no,
not.
no, no, no.
Not at
There's
all.
there no.
You
and
gotta
that's
have your DeCarlo's. I have a friend that likes the one in Steubenville, and he'll drive to Steubenville every day and get. his
but which
DeCarlo's.
one in Steubenville?
I don't. I don't know.
Because
We don't get that far.
even and that's what I've said before that I'm from up in that area. So there's people that like the downtown
I think
I
it's
like
the
downtown
Carlos, and there's
DeCarlo's.
people that
Oh,
like
he's talking about Steubenville downtown.
Oh.
there's one downtown Steubenville, and then there's one on the west end.
Yeah.
And that's an argument in itself.
Okay.
But like I said, I grew up where mine was it was Janamore, same thing. That
Oh, that was
We've heard
that
a
was
lot.
the best.
Yeah.
That
That
one.
was the best.
and what's funny is my wife is from Columbus, and the first time I walked her in there, I said, "How many pieces do you want?" She goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "How many pieces do you want?" She goes, "I don't know, get a small." I'm like, "No, that's not how we do this here."
right.
And then it come out and the cheese is on top and it's cold and she
Yes,
just
that is different. I don't like my cheese like
Yeah, we
that. I
don't do
wait
that.
for it to
High
melt a
Valley
little
You don't
bit.
do the cold cheese on
We don't
top?
like the High
Yeah.
Valley style. We make them. Don't make them. We
we
request that
just-
they melt the cheese and put the pepperoni. But we like toppings. And we was going to downtown DeCarlo's a lot, but we like jalapenos, and they pulled the jalapenos. They don't do those anymore.
Yeah.
So we kind of go. So we went to Zontini's, and they had them.
They do the jalapenos.
They had
Oh,
jalapenos,
nice.
It just
yeah.
adds something to it. It's
Yeah.
so good. But me personally, I cannot even eat this kind of food all the time. I have to be careful with dairy and gluten and all
right.
that. So if I'm going to eat a pizza, it has to be my favorite and it has to be worth my cheat.
Right. Yeah.
I always say that.
It's a
I'm like,
cheat.
I don't
You know who
know.
else
It
has
has to
great
be worth
pizza?
my cheat.
You know what I'm going to say.
Yes, you are.
Permanis.
Absolutely.
Permanis, I've never.
Permanis
Yes.
has more of a New York style pie. You got to fold
Yeah.
it and eat
Uh-huh.
it. And I like it, but you have to order it extra crispy.
We get it
Just
extra
because
crispy.
it's such a large pizza. And I think it's a brick oven. I'm not sure. But you have to ask for them to make it extra crispy.
No, it's
and man, it's
toppings.
good.
for the longest time, Permani Brothers, you could get whatever you got. You could add a slice for $1.
Oh,
I think
wow.
it's $1.99 now.
did
It's still,
not know
yeah, you could, yeah, if you got like anything. I think it's $1.99 now, but still, it's if you can eat one of those sandwiches and then a piece of their pizza.
What do you think about wood-fired pizza? You like those ovens?
I
I
like
do.
every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing is when you take them out of there and have to reheat them or something.
Right,
They're
yeah.
not as good.
Right.
But Char House has awesome brick oven pizza.
Do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love
And the
it.
wood-fired pizza truck, the local one, is
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah, it
That's
runs
delicious.
Yeah, they do a really good job. And I didn't realize it. Like I never thought about it. Like a lot of times you see that they're at the Black Sheep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
they
like
are. Yeah, they are out
we have played down there and people just show up and you're like, oh look, we're getting a crowd. And they go
They're coming
order
for the
pizza
pizza.
and then they leave. You're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh.
They'll have a slice while they watch it. Oh, cool
like-
idea, and leave.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
it.
and then D. Felice pizza. I love D. Felice
Yeah.
pizza. That's just me. I love their pizza. I love their the Di Felice special, the one they won that Best American Pizza in Italy
Yeah,
contest. I like that one, and of course the taco pizza is famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
They have really good salads too. My wife and I have good
yeah,
salads.
yeah, they do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my dad's favorite is D. Felice.
So we didn't answer any of your questions.
That's usually how it goes. So if you had to pick one, I would probably either say DiCarlo's or Zontini's, depending on how you like the
we
sauce.
agreed to Zontini's.
Okay.
Okay. There's other reasons too. It's close.
Yeah.
We know the
It
owners.
is close for us.
They're friendly to us, and
Well-
when we ask it a certain way, it is made a certain way.
It's
Yeah.
consistent.
It is
for
very
us.
consistent.
It really is.
Now, people complain about consistency, but when we're on the phone, we're saying, please, extra crispy, cook that thing,
Yeah.
melt that cheese.
Extra
People don't do
cheese.
that. People don't have that conversation because we know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call someone I don't know and say all that probably.
Right.
So it works for us. But we are fortunate to have so many great pizzerias around here.
Right.
You
Yeah.
go down south, there's just not many.
No.
Yeah, this is great.
Both of our wives are from Columbus, and that culture shock of seeing the cold cheese on pizza and pepperoni rolls, like people don't realize that's a
Yeah,
Ohio
that's-
Valley thing.
What was the big pizza place up there that they ended up putting in Kroger for a while and Wheeling?
Donato's.
Donato's,
I
yeah.
like Donato's.
That was different. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
The other one that was was it Flying Tomato? I think that's
Flying
what,
Tomato.
I think that's what it was called. But it was good. But for me, like I said, Janimore's unfortunately it closed.
That
so
was the best.
I probably would either go Ray's in Wintersville or West End to Carlos. So that's what about you? Yours is
Probably Zontini's.
Zontini's.
I miss Moffo's. You ever had Moffo's in Yorkville?
I've heard about it. I've
It's
never
very
had it,
good.
but I heard it was out of control.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of us, like we said, we all grew up eating that pizza with the cold cheese on top and the pepperoni. When I was a kid, when I was in high school at Ferry, we would walk to DiCarlo's when
Yeah.
it was downtown for lunch, and it was 3 for $1.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had special
the
just
whole
for
thing
kids.
was so different back then.
Waiting
Yeah.
for your pizza, and you'd get your box, and the cheese was just thrown on top, and so was the
Yeah,
pepperoni.
same
uncooked.
thing. I went to Wintersville and it was across the street was Janimore's. So
okay.
you go there and it was quarter a slice. I loved it, but yeah, it's there's like no in between. You either love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
I think it's, but I shouldn't say that because like even when like with Amy and she didn't like it at first, like just the thought of it, but yeah, now she likes square pizza. So
Take another question out here. This is from Deanne in Flushing. This is a question we had on our first episode. This is the most feedback we had at any question. If you had to choose one town in the Ohio Valley to eat for the rest of your life, where would it be?
Wheeling.
Okay, so let's go a neighborhood in Wheeling.
like a
So
three
like,
block,
yeah, so we don't, yeah,
3 block radius.
maybe like a neighborhood suburb area. Because if you want
a hard
variety,
question.
yeah,
That is a very hard question because a lot of times we don't go to places to eat.
We're close.
Just because of the food. It just depends on the vibe that's going to be there.
yeah,
Yeah.
And just, if our friends are going to be there, if there's, we just, there's,
But I would say Wheeling. That's about as far as I can narrow it down.
Wheeling.
Yeah, I mean, we frequent Abby's restaurant. We go to Figueretti's a lot.
Char House.
But
Do Char House.
that's still Wheeling technically.
Yeah.
That's a Wheeling address.
Yeah.
There's just so much of Wheeling.
In downtown, we like Ellen Jack's.
Yeah. I'll
Ellen
tell you
Jack's.
one thing we could tell you. You can name any restaurant. We can tell you what to order there. It's good.
Really?
Yeah. We pretty much figured that all out.
Where would your order be for the farm restaurant? My brother is the chef out the farm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Farm's awesome.
We like
yeah.
the farm.
I love their crab cakes.
That's I was about
I
to
like
say.
crab
Yes.
cakes.
Yes.
Yeah. And their steak's good too. They have a good
Yeah.
steak. And it's pretty consistent. Well, I don't go there often, but every time I went and had a
Yeah.
steak, it's been good. And it's been several.
Have you
several
seen
times.
the new addition they put in?
Yeah. Well, I saw when they were building it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't go in since.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. That place that's big now. It's beautiful out there in the summer. You got to eat outside.
That's
Yeah.
what we always wanted to eat outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and like I said, when you said Wheeling, when we originally did this question, I said, Center Market if you were stuck.
Center Market's
Because
good.
there's so many choices.
Yeah,
I'm
Here's
a-
what you
They're
got
on-
now. You have Tito's there now. Have you ever eaten
Inside.
Tito's?
I've at the old location when it was
Tito's has
yeah.
awesome food. They have
Yeah.
like 15 different salads. A lot to choose from. It's not just hot dogs.
Yeah.
Right.
It's awesome. So you have that. You have Valley Cheese, and they make that rack sandwich.
Yeah,
They make that deluxe sandwich.
Oh,
You
I
get
didn't know that.
Yeah, but they can't copy it exactly. It was close.
Yeah.
And it's so good. It just reminds you of racks.
Nice.
And I always liked racks.
I did too.
So you had that and
Market Vines.
Yeah, Market Vines.
Market
Market
Vines.
Vines
I love
is
Market Vines.
awesome.
Yeah,
I
my
love
wife
that
and I are a
place.
big fan of Market Vine. Their steak salads
Yeah.
yeah.
I usually get their wedge salad. It's
Yeah.
really good. There's 3 good wedge salads in the valley, and that's one of them.
Yeah, we get their steak salads all the time, and it's one of our favorites around here. So
Tell you one thing, the food group made me fat.
Since starting the group, has there been a suggestion of a restaurant that you've never went to before, but after like hearing about it, like a new restaurant that you took some advice and went there and had a good time?
Oh yeah. But what was crazy is when we started this, it grew so fast. We had 5,000 members in the first 2 weeks or something, or a week or
Man.
something like
Yeah.
that.
It was
grew
ridiculous.
quickly.
Yeah.
And I think we finally reached the plateau for the valley, but we found places we never knew exist.
Yeah.
What would you say some of them? What do you think? It's been so long ago.
Well, I had not been to, there was the Pike 42.
Pike
and
40,
it's
we
just
never
some of
been
those
there until
Yeah.
then.
restaurants out that way that
Yeah,
we
that's-
didn't,
Yeah, all those out there. There's
really
a few
eat
of
at.
them. Chaps, when they sponsored, I went out Chaps, checked it out. They'll reach out to us now and say, "Hey, come and check us out." There's a new restaurant that's in Dallas Pike, in which hotel? I forget. They reached out to us and they want us to come and just try it out.
Oh,
So-
yes.
yeah,
and they'll probably sponsor maybe. What's great about the group, I wanted to add something to the group that gave everybody something for free. I wanted to say, here's something free.
yeah,
So we started taking gift cards from people that wanted to advertise, because people wanted to advertise on there, but we want to keep the advertisements down. We want people on there
Yeah.
talking about
Right.
food. So we said, well, we'll do it this way. If they can give us $50 in gift cards a month to give out in contests, let's do that.
Yeah.
And it kept it down. We're around we'll fluctuate between 20 and 30 sponsors. We keep
Nice.
a nice groove with that. And it gives people something for free.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, and it gives us the business
Oh,
the
yeah.
opportunity to get the word out.
All right. Yeah.
You don't mind me name dropping restaurants?
not at
do you?
all.
No.
Naughty Pines, of all places.
Did
wanted
that
to
used to be
sponsor.
CD's Irish
Oh, no.
pub?
It used to be Naughty Pines originally. Then it changed. Then it went back.
Okay.
So I don't know what it went to, but they reached out and wanted to sponsor, and I had a chance to go in and try it. I went in and I talked to the lady there, and she said that it made a huge difference. The food.
Really?
group.
Nice.
So this food group is so active, and
Mm-hmm.
people are so passionate about food. It actually works.
Now, where's Naughty Pines?
It's off the Elm Grove exit. It's
Would
you know where-
right across the bridge?
Yeah.
I think it used to be CD's Irish Pub for a few years after it was Naughty Pines
it's right next
originally.
to the school down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you continue on, doesn't that take you over to the other restaurant? It used to be it's by the rehab center there.
Uncle Pete's.
Uncle Pete's.
Yeah.
That road will take you to Uncle Pete's. So if you come across the bridge right by the bicycle shop,
Yes.
you can cross that bridge. Naughty Pines is right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's right on that road, and their burgers are pretty good. Yeah.
That was one of my questions. Where do you recommend for
I
a
got
good
it. I
burger?
got it, man. I got it. And they're not even a sponsor. So I'm not, like I said, I'm going to be truthful about everything here. I'm not going to be lean one way. Van Dyne's in Dilly's Bottom, right off the Moundsville
Okay.
exit, is the best burger in the valley, in my opinion.
Okay.
Strongly, in my opinion.
Van
And
Dyne's.
people that went with me agree. Now, for me, a good burger doesn't mean 8 pieces of patty on it.
Right. Right. Right.
It's, size doesn't mean better taste.
Right.
But they do have those giant burgers if you want that. They can even have this record for patty burger with a pound of fries. You eat it, you get a shirt and everything
Oh,
else.
nice.
But they have a triple, a double. I get the single.
Uh-huh.
And it is spot on every time. They grind the meat right there. I peeked around the corner. They're making the patties fresh right there. And man, are they good. Now, if you go franchise, no, I'm going to get a lot of heat for this. Five Guys.
Five Guys.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's consistent. It's good. It's expensive, but you get a lot. You get enough fries to feed with one order to feed 3 people.
That's it.
So if you look at it that way,
Right.
and if you watch what you order, you don't go crazy with it. You can keep the price down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like Five Guys. That's my favorite franchise burger.
Mm-hmm.
Now I never had, stuff out west. They talk about some of those
In and out.
In and out.
In-N-Out burger and places like that. I've never had any of it. I'm not a burger expert. I just know what I know.
As far as, I don't know if it's franchise, but I'm a big fan of Burgatory. I don't know if you guys have been to one of those.
In Pittsburgh?
No, but all my friends have, and they love it. They said it's incredible.
There's one in Robinson. There's one downtown. There's a handful around, but they have a peanut butter and jelly burger. And listen, I
believe you.
I'm going to tell you, like when I got to college, I was so lightweight that they were trying to bulk me up, and that was before they had like all that GNC and powder and stuff that you could take. And it was bacon cheeseburgers with peanut butter on them. It's my favorite thing. I absolutely.
Is that good?
Yes. And then, but they have one and it's got like this spicy chili jam or something. But it's just, yeah. But everything's good. Like I've had the elk burger. I've had a number of things, but I'm a big fan of Burgatory.
I'll check it out. We have to check it out.
Shout out to Belmont Brew Works. The Belmont burger has this onion jam I love.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that burger, by
Yeah.
the way. Now, I haven't had that burger under the new management. I had it under the old management. But you had a knife and fork it. You couldn't just pick that burger
Right.
up and eat it. It was just oozing stuff
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
of it. And it was delicious. That Belmont burger is
Yeah.
another good one. I totally forgot about it.
Yeah, it's that onion jam. It helps it so
Is that
much.
what's on that?
Yeah, it's
Onion jam? It's
certain
so
onion
good.
jam.
So good. They have a salad called the cheeseburger salad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I guess it's pretty good.
Best steak around the area.
That's all him. I don't
Nobody.
eat steaks.
Nobody.
It's-
Nobody.
Nobody?
No. Now, if it comes to consistency, I'm going to say nobody. But if you
Okay.
want, like hit or miss wise, and when it hits well, there. And I'm not a strip steak guy. Now, I had Abdella's steak, their strip steak, everybody raves about, and it's good. But Figueretti's has a strip steak. Now, it depends on who's cooking it. I have to request for Dino to cook it, the owner to cook it.
Yeah.
And when he makes it, he pan fries it or pan sears it, cooks the whole thing in a pan, doesn't even put it in the oven because I like mine medium rare to medium. And I have them smother mushrooms all over it, no sauces or nothing, just mushrooms, salt, pepper. Wow, is it good? And I've had 3 of them now that were good and 1 bad one because he didn't make it.
I gotcha.
And that could have been
Yeah.
any other reason, but I'm just going to blame it on that anyway.
Well, it sounds like Dino's going to be busy once this podcast gets out.
And another place I've had consistent good steaks is Char House.
Char House.
Char House has
heard
a
that too.
consistently good steak.
Yeah.
Now, they have bad days too. Here's the problem with steak. The cow lived a life. You
Right.
don't know what life that cow lived. It's not Kobe or anything like that. You don't know
Yeah.
what it had. So when they sell you these cows, you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah.
It could be that the fault of the animal. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for that. But anyway, it could be that. It could be how it's cooked. It could be how long it's set waiting. 'Cause it continues to cook. So, it could be the temperature of the steak. I usually order my steaks colder temp than what I want it. That way, I know it's going to sit there for a little bit and continue to cook, and it'll come out just right.
Yeah.
So I usually say medium rare, and I like medium.
Yeah.
But I can handle medium rare if it's done. I went to up in Robinson. And I'll tell you who make. Oh, if you want to go to like Pittsburgh, I tell you a lot of good steak.
Yeah.
But if you go up Pittsburgh and you go to Ditka's,
Uh-huh.
they're right on their temperature. So you better be ready. If
Yeah.
you say rare, it's cold in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Ditka's has a coffee rub Delmonico.
They have that at Char House now.
Oh, really?
Coffee rub Delmonico. It's not Delmonico. It might be a ribeye, but it's coffee rubbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
You know-
had a good steak. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Well, that was just the one time you ordered the steak there because I'm always so nervous when he orders steak. I'm like, oh boy, he's the biggest critic anyway. But at the Pike 40, the one night we were out there,
Pike 40,
you had a
and they
great steak
have
out
their
there.
own cattle farm.
Right, yeah.
So that steak's
Okay.
coming from their cattle farm.
Yeah.
And here's another thing. When these people say American Wagyu, don't buy that.
Right.
That's a gimmick.
Right. It absolutely is.
Yeah, it's not Japanese Wagyu. Even Australian Wagyu is good, but American Wagyu, that's just a I think it has to be 15 or 5% DNA of the Japanese
Okay.
Right.
cow,
Yeah,
whatever
it's-
breed it is. But so they say that I wouldn't pay more for that because it tastes like Black Angus, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. It's bred with Black Angus. So, and it's okay. It's not buttery like
Yeah.
Japanese stuff, and that's weird too. If you ever had it,
Yes.
that stuff just like it kind of disintegrates in your mouth while you're eating it, but it
Yeah.
tastes like buttery meat. It's really good.
It
but
is.
it doesn't have that hearty steak taste.
But
It just doesn't.
you're gonna pay for
You're
it.
gonna pay. And you're gonna pay about $300 a ribeye.
The one time, fortunately, I was in the military and I got to travel a lot. I got to go to a lot of places, big name places that I almost now if you look back, I felt like Guy Fieri because you could go into all these places that people talked about and stuff. And there are some times where you go in and it's so hyped up, and you get there and you're like, man,
Right.
you know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
But I broke down one time we were someplace and they had Wagyu and it was a strip steak and it was like $120.
Yeah.
But I had it.
I don't know if they're there anymore, but on the south side there was a Japanese steakhouse, and you could get Kobe. You could order Kobe, and they would make it how you want. They wouldn't, they slice it if you want. They do it how you want right there on the grill, and it was good. But I think it was $175.
No, no doubt.
Yeah,
No
it's expensive. But if you talk Pittsburgh, I mean, you got everything up there when it comes to steak. You got Ruth Chris, always good.
Right.
You got Capital Grill, always it's a chain, always good.
Right.
So they're getting top quality, probably highly regulated beef coming in. Is the only thing I can figure to be that consistent. But around here, I think if you have to roll the dice, I think if I had to go tonight and I was just really wanting a steak tonight, go to Char House.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's legit.
I recently learned that if you would buy a steak that says grass-fed beef, you can feed a cow like 3/4 of its life with grass and then pump it full of hormones that last quarter and still be called grass-fed.
Yeah.
But if you do it the whole life, it would be called grass-fed, grass-finished. So like you're buying beef that might say grass-fed, but you can still be getting just pumped full of all kinds of hormones.
Now, Brenda, she goes all these farmers markets and everything, and she's always looking for that, non-GMO,
Right.
natural, no pesticide kind of ingredients. But she's not a big steak eater.
Chicken.
so-
I get the chicken
The
now
chicken
from
that
the
way.
local,
Big
the
difference.
guy at the,
Yeah.
they have stuff at Public Market in downtown Wheeling, and he's at the farmers markets too.
No,
Yeah, that's
with
where you need to go.
saying that, what's one of your favorite chicken dishes
I had
around?
mine last night. You go ahead.
I'm gonna say I really enjoy the rotisserie chicken dinner from Abby's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really do.
And also Houston's. You got a couple from Houston's and brought them.
Yes, I'll go out and get whole chickens and just bring them home and just put some sides with them. But if I'm going to get a chicken dinner anywhere, and it's rare that I do, it's usually only at Abby's.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rotisserie chicken is really good.
It's really good.
And you can get it with two sides. And
It's hard to beat Abby's. The thing with what we like about Abby's is it's just an American restaurant. It's
Right,
not
yeah.
Italian. It's not it's not Greek. It's just they have a little bit of everything. They have
Yeah.
a Greek night too. They have
Right.
that if you want that. If you want good pasta, you get the sausage sauce. You know what I mean? There's just a lot of different things. You want fresh cut fries? It's not on the menu. Nope. Fresh. They
Yeah.
give you what you want, and then
it's only
And
2
then
minutes
some.
from where we live anyway.
yeah,
Oh,
we're
it's perfect.
Everybody complains that we favor them a lot, but we're right there.
They're like
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
family. We just practically
Yeah.
live there.
No, I know just personal experience. My wife and I, we've been there 3 times, and it was 3 times that we were just
Got to know what to order.
It was just like I said, it was one like we were like, okay, maybe they had an off night, and then it was the second night. It was like it was slow, and then the third time it was just like and they're packed. They're constantly packed. So
What do you
you know,
normally order? I mean, what kind of food do you like?
it really. I mean, I really am a foodie. I mean, I'm not picky. So it's just
I used to go to Abby's and order pasta. I always get the chicken parmesan, and I get it with sausage sauce.
okay.
And that's got their I shouldn't say it's their sausage. They take sausage, put their own ingredients, and they make it up.
Right.
And it's delicious. It's hot though. It's a little spicy. If you
Okay.
like spicy, it's incredible. So anything with the sausage sauce is good.
Okay.
Their hot sausage sandwich, best in the valley.
Really?
Best in the valley, hands
Okay.
down. Not even close.
I'll have to try. I miss Bill's sausage, so I need to find a new one.
Well, you know who Neely's Grocery.
Okay.
They have a good sausage sandwich, but
Okay.
this one at Abby's, it's out of control. Another thing, if you in the sandwich realm, if you get a meatball, I had a friend go there. He said, "I ordered a meatball sandwich. It wasn't that good. You don't." He just got a plain meatball sandwich. I get it Italian style with the peppers, and they'll do that for you. They'll open face it, and just put one. They put it on garlic bread.
Yeah.
I mean, they have these things. They got so much on their menu. I don't think they can squeeze any more on it, but it is there. And they also have what's called a secret menu. And it's a whole bunch of other stuff on their menu.
Okay.
Yeah, you can order. So you got to kind of know what to order. And I know that doesn't sound fair for a consumer, but that's what the food group is
That's
for.
it. I was going to
Right.
say,
It's
that's
all
exactly what
about.
the food group is
You
for.
know what to order. Now, we
Just
went...
everybody's experience is different. I
Yeah.
mean,
Right,
We
right.
went to, you're talking about the chicken. We went to Longhorn last night because you couldn't go anywhere really unless it was a franchise.
right,
All
yeah,
the mom and
last
pop
night.
were closed.
everybody
Yeah,
wants-
that's
And
right.
that isn't the only reason we go there because we went to a bunch of different places. We chose Longhorn. Longhorn, I get the something encrusted. What's that called? Parmesan encrusted chicken. Mm-hmm. Wow,
Nice.
out of control. And you can order 3 different sizes, and it is divine.
Okay.
It is so good. And they have a mean fried chicken sandwich too. But they have a good fried chicken sandwich. I'm talking chicken's hanging off the end of that bun. You get a lot for your money there. So we like franchise places as well. Some of our, out of the franchise, we have Quaker Steak and Lube. Most giving place you can imagine.
Really?
So many charities go on there and they give back to the community all the
Nice.
time. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sausage, like I said, I'm spoiled because we have up in Steubenville Capri sausage.
I've been to Capri's, and guess what? I like Abby's better.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, I do.
Threw down the gauntlet. So
Yeah.
gotta go.
Hot
Gotta go to
sausage
Abby's.
sandwich. Give it a shot. Now, if you get the lunch one, it's pretty big in itself, but I think the dinner one's just too crazy. I mean, the meat is about 1.5 inches thick on it. It's gigantic.
Oh man.
It's a lot.
Okay.
Now they have and another great meal at Abby's is the hot stuffed peppers. They use that same sausage in the hot peppers.
Okay.
And they'll put it on pasta for you, or just like that with marinara on it, or however you want to do it. That's another good thing to order. So
Okay.
there's a lot. And you get the onion loaf. It's fantastic. Their onion rings are battered. They're not the regular.
I've
breading
had the
on.
onion rings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're batter dipped. New thing we're doing was we'll order lobster deep fried lobster tails.
Really?
Batter those and deep fry them. That's good.
Okay.
Biggs does it, and so does Abby's. They both have it that way. It's upon request, but they will do it.
You might have answered this last High Valley question in those answers. I'll just read it off now so we can get this one out of the way. What's one special that a restaurant in the Ohio Valley runs that you'd put above the rest? This is from Tom in St. Clairsville.
Special.
Your number one special. For me, it had to be the crab cakes at the farm. Or like anytime they stuff that
Yeah,
crab
but
into
that's on the
something.
menu though. That wouldn't be a special.
Yeah, that
though.
is
That's the
right.
thing.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
almost,
know everybody's special.
yeah, they change them, so we couldn't. I'll tell you, special is my favorite. You go ahead. What do you think?
I don't know what special would be my favorite. I like the crab cakes at Char House. Those are one of my favorite things, but
I know mine.
I don't know. I mean, I look at all the restaurants every day when they're posting their specials. I know one thing, and and I don't eat this, but
She eats it
I do not eat this.
a little bit.
I don't eat steak, but when we
She'll take a bite.
one of the specials that I always know of is the steak night special at Appy's on Thursday nights, and we try to go there Thursday nights, and you can hardly even walk into that place. We're walking in looking for seats. There's nowhere to sit.
Oh, wow.
I'm not. People love it. He doesn't really care much
Nope.
for it, but I tell you, people really love it. Not me. I eat salads all the time, so
What kind of steak do they run on that special?
It's a ribeye usually.
Ribeye.
Yeah, they have a ribeye. And when they run out, sometimes you get lucky and you get a bone-in ribeye. Sometimes you'll go downhill with it and you'll get just just some smaller cut.
Yeah.
But mine is Matt's Tiger Pub cabbage rolls.
Cabbage rolls and Matt's
Okay.
Tiger Pub.
That always looks really good.
And
when I
cabbage
taste
rolls
that.
with the mashed potatoes
Yeah.
and the gravy and all that. Well, you don't put the gravy on that. If I get fries, I do gravy. Mashed potatoes, I just get the butter on it. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's
No, where's that at?
shady side.
Shady
Side,
Side.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They're.
And they have a good burger, the Tiger Burger.
I would say this: if Guy Fieri had to come to the Valley, 90% of restaurants are food truck restaurants.
Yeah.
That's Tiger Pub's making their food. They're homemade on a lot of that. They make their own meatloaf.
Right.
They make their cabbage
Their
rolls.
soups
Their soups are
fresh
homemade.
every day.
There's a lot of homemade things going on at Tiger Pub. And you talk about salads. You want a big salad? You go to Matt's Tiger Pub. That's gigantic
Really?
salads there. Yeah,
Alright.
it's great. And it's not. I mean, it's a bar restaurant is what it is. And like a lot of places around here, you know, it's just incredible.
I like LA Pizza has a heck of a fish dinner. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
on
guys
Fridays.
Is it fried or?
Yeah, it's fried. It's the small cod chunks, fresh cut fries. It's
She's the person that's all about the fish.
Well, for fish, I'm not a deep fried person though.
Right.
but
Hers are all broiled, but
I like the broiled Canadian fish at Figueretti's.
okay.
It's really
how
good.
do, how, do you,
Blackened.
how do you think that fares against like Charhouse's fish? Now they have different options at Charhouse.
Well, sometimes when they have specials, like when they have the pan-seared trout or
Yeah, there's
the
one of those you really like.
the sea bass or something like that, it's
Yeah.
really really good. And I think I've had a good fish maybe down
I
at
forgot to
Ellen
mention
Jack's.
something. Ellen Jack's. Wow, you like scallops?
Yeah.
Oh man, you got to get the Ellen Jack's.
Yeah, I've had those. Those.
The ones over risotto.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
man.
really good.
They
You
are
just
really
melt in your
good.
mouth. They were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really pleased. Ellen Jackson.
I like that. But only problem is it's packed and it's loud. So we kind of figured out where to go. We sit at the high tops by the bar because you're kind of around the corner a little bit, so you don't get all that sound blaring on you. And you're
Yeah.
not sitting by a bunch of people. You know, it's nice at the bar area.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're going to go there more often. We just started going there, and we know the owners, but I don't know. It's just their food. It seems like a next level type thing.
I've been meaning to go there. I haven't gone there yet.
It's awesome.
It's good.
It's good.
They have the bay scallops, the real big ones, or they have like the small sea scallops.
No, the sea scallops are the big scallops.
That's right. Yeah, I have it.
They have
Yeah.
the sea scallops.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love the risotto.
It was.
We
Yeah,
get
it was
it every
really good.
time.
Yeah, it is good every
And I got the salmon there one time.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really liked it.
Yeah, I like that place. Yeah, we're going to have to we're gonna
I'm a
get back
salmon
there.
person too.
Put a couple more pounds on.
Market Vines has a really good salmon salad, a grilled salmon salad, and so does Abby's. Abby's has a good salmon salad. I get that a lot when we go there, but I pretty much get the same thing everywhere we go.
Yes.
Don't let her
I
fool
never-
you. She's got her own salad at Abby's. It's on the menu.
Nice.
It's on that secret menu. She has her own salad
Yeah,
now.
they-
She
they
does it a
named
certain
the Brenda
way. And
salad.
they put it on there.
I got it
I'm
so
not that
much.
special.
Yeah, we like I said, and then unfortunately at Market Vines, I know that because we've been there with other people who's gotten other things, but I get that steak salad every time, and it's
Have to check
not,
that out. Now
it's
that's
not
something I
failed.
would like.
Yeah,
You know who used to have really good steak salad? Was TJ Sports Garden when they first opened. They used to give you a giant steak salad.
Oh, okay.
And they had their own dressing, and it was a mixture of French and blue cheese, I think. And it was just so good. I used to work near there, and we'd order them all the time, have them, and go pick them up and bring them back to work. But I haven't had their salads forever. I wouldn't even know if they're even there anymore on those salads.
Yeah.
Now you want a big salad that's very good. Is again Steubenville. You go to the Ville.
I've been there.
The grilled chicken and the steak salads. Like I said, it comes out on a serving platter. It's just it's.
I'll tell you where I like, and it's not Steubenville, it's in Weirton, is I like Mario's.
Oh yeah,
I like Mario's.
yeah.
It's
Mario's is
Good
good.
stuff. It reminds you of like old Elby's or something in there. It gives you that feeling, you know. I like
Yeah,
it.
Mario's has been there.
What's the one in Steubenville, the Italian place?
Naples.
Naples. That's pretty
Naples
good.
is good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have those heel sandwiches, like
Yeah.
the heel of the loaf.
The-
yeah.
yeah,
That's
the-
a lot. And that's
yeah,
your
it's a-
lunch. That's a
yeah.
lot. You're not working
Meatball,
after that.
no, meatball heel, sausage heel. Yeah, it's and like I said, my daughter graduated from Big Red and played sports, so there was a lot of nights at Naples and then right over into the gym. And
Yeah.
it was, I've eaten, I think, everything. Plus, growing up there, I've eaten everything on the Naples menu probably like 3 times each. So
Hey, on the way up that way, have you ever had that Piazza pizza?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you
Piltonsville.
think?
I like it.
It's heavy, man. It's got a lot of top. You like toppings? There
Yeah.
you go.
Their
Yeah,
calzones were really good too.
Yeah,
They,
yeah.
they always look
Yeah,
good.
their food, everybody loves it. Yeah, I think we have the best pizza places
I
in the
do,
whole
yeah.
Yeah.
around. And someone got on the group once and said, "You have no idea what you're talking." Now they said it as a private message to me. They said, "You have no idea until you come to Pittsburgh, and I'll take you on a pizza tour of Pittsburgh. You want real pizza? Ohio Valley's pizza's terrible." I'm like, that can't be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
can't
yeah,
be that much better.
but again, like Brenda said, I mean, when you grow up eating that,
Yeah.
you know, what I mean, that's at your core. Now, like I've had New York style, I've had Chicago style, I've had, and it's just it's I don't know, it's just that square pizza is home. So I mean, yeah, I've had phenomenal pizza other outside of the valley, but it's just home. So you're gonna say, yeah, that's the best. I mean, like
Have
you
you
know,
had Patsy's Pizza,
I
Elm
have
Grove?
Elm Grove,
no,
yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah.
It would be like a branch of the
Oh, that's a
DiCarlo's.
true
Okay.
old style, cold cheese, pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
It's not us,
Yeah.
but a lot of people love. I have a good friend of mine. That's all
a lot
he
of
wants.
people do.
And
Okay.
he moved away, so he's yeah.
I used to work at the DiCarlo's in Dallas Pike for a while, and the truckers that would come through that weren't used to that cold cheese, they would flip out. It was like 50% of the time you see a trucker would come through and order that pizza. You're like, are they want to be down with this, or they want to give us a hard time?
Yeah. They got the new one at the Highlands now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this one probably will start a fight just because it's the area, but best wings.
We're not wing people.
We really aren't.
But
However,
however,
we
you go
have
with
been-
yours, and
we've been-
mine's not yours, but go
yeah,
ahead.
I've only eaten one, and so I don't usually eat wings, but if I
She
cheat,
craves these wings, though.
I will because we are at Abby's, and I will only get the Old Bay extra crispy
Dry rub.
naked
Okay.
wings at
Yes,
Abby's.
that sounds good.
And they're good. They
They
are
are
great.
good.
But I love 19th holes wings.
Yes.
That's if
He's
if
had
you
them,
ask
I
around.
I
Yeah.
love them. I think they're. I mean, have all kinds of different ones. They're all good.
Yeah.
I never had a bad wing there, and you don't hear about them a lot. You just don't. Everybody talks about Drovers and places like that. Man, I'm telling you, if I had a wing fix, that's where I would go. And they have a huge variety of wings.
They do. Oh man, I can't remember the name of it, and I've eaten there like probably 500 times. In Mingo.
Townhouse.
No, well, the townhouse,
No, Hillsborough.
Hillsborough.
Yep.
Um,
And I'll tell you what, Hillsborough has a hell of, I'm sorry, I don't know if I can cuss.
No, you're
They
fine.
have a
Good.
hell of a burger. It's a Swiss mushroom
Yep.
burger. And it is out of control.
Oh, we forgot about that
That is
one.
one of my
I
top
remember you
5
telling
burgers.
me
So
about that.
Yeah.
I forgot to say anything about it because I just had it not too long ago. I had it twice. And
I
it was,
remember.
it was good both times. 2 different people cooked them and they were, I mean, I'm talking. If you like mushroom Swiss burgers, I don't
Yes.
think it got any better in Hillsborough.
yes,
Yeah. You
Yeah.
cooked those last night.
yeah, Hillsborough. The townhouse has these banana pepper wings,
Yeah.
Okay. They were closed. I went there once. They were closed. I didn't.
and it's it's one of those places, and we've all been those like, and it just if you're listening to this or you see it on the food group and you go to the townhouse, don't judge it. Just when you get in there, get the food. The food is great, but don't judge yet because you're gonna walk up and you're like, "There's no way I'm eating anything." I mean, like, you know, just the outside of it, you're like,
Other
"Oh
places
no."
like that. Everybody raves about this burger joint out in Flushing, and it's like that. It's
Yeah.
You walk up, you're not sure. You go in, it's supposed to be some of the best burgers.
Yeah.
But of course, I went there during lunch and they were closed. And you know, just it's tough for me to get around and get to these places.
Yeah,
we
and
usually
like-
end up eating really late at night anymore. And
But I am a big fan of the Barton Traps wings.
I heard they have a good burger.
They
too.
have a great. My wife loves their blue cheese bacon burger.
That's the one.
Yeah,
That does
That's
sound
the
good.
one.
Yeah,
Even though I
so-
don't eat burger. So,
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's.
and that's the thing. Like with Abby's, the trap is close to us, and like,
But think about it. All these places we have.
right?
Yeah.
We have a ton of restaurants. Now, I had a friend up in Wintersville, and he just says, "Man, we have nothing really up here."
They don't.
He goes, "We have nothing." I said, "We got a lot of population up there." He
No,
said,
and
We have nothing.
I have no shame to say this. I've said this on publicly. I don't know. Jefferson County it's a shame,
Yeah.
especially when you see like Weirton is thriving. You go up to like Calcutta, East Liverpool, they're thriving.
Yeah.
Down here is thriving, and there it is. They you know it's sad, especially when I grew up from there, and like once the mills were gone, it was just like.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just I don't know if it's local officials that just don't put the oomph on it because I know that there's people, especially like downtown, the 4th Street project. There's people that care and they want to bring stuff in there, but it blows my mind. I mean, like Permani Brothers is putting a brand new build. They built a brand new building in Weirton.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're putting it. It's right in there.
I think I heard.
Up on the hill where like Kmart used to be.
Okay,
Like
where Walmart used to be?
No,
No, Kmart used to be.
across the
Okay.
street.
Okay.
So, but it's just sad because there's so much stuff there, and they have they have Franciscan, which is one of the biggest universities for.
It's just strange. It just blows my mind.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I don't know if the college owns most of the stuff, and maybe they don't want chain stuff in there. I don't know what it is, but it's sad. It's really sad because it's just like you said, great population, great people, and if you get a restaurant up there that's and they have great mom and pop places, Naples and
They
like
need more. They don't have
Scaffidi's and
enough.
no, they don't.
They don't have enough.
No, because my parents still live up there, and it's just they're always anytime they come down
You got
here.
Yurgos. You have
Yurgos, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's just I think it's Sergakis that owns that, but the same thing, it's one of those things that it's down on 4th Street, and people they really don't go down there unless it's like First Friday or there's a reason to go down there.
Right.
So yeah, it's just and like you said, Yorgos is fantastic. I'll put that Euro against anybody.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's sad because it's just I still have so many family and friends that live there, and it's just like there's
I know for me, I mean, if I'm ever passing through Steubenville, I haven't eaten in Steubenville in a long time.
she goes a
but
cool
I stop
place.
at Fresh Twist.
You
I
ever
don't know
hear
if
that?
you've heard
yeah,
of that.
yeah, because that's
I'm gonna tell you something. For being healthy, man, is that good.
He's not a salad. He's not
What do you give me? The
He's not-
Velosa
the falafel
Falafel
raptor.
Raptor. I call it a Velociraptor.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's so good.
And it is. She'll bring it back to me, and I'm like, it's like Christmas when I
I'll
see
go
it.
in and
yeah.
get several things.
It's so good.
'cause
But you know what I put
I
on
love
it?
the food in
She
there.
don't know this, but I get my Sasines and put on that. Sasines dressing on that. That's what I put on.
That's what I lived in Southern Maryland. I was stationed in DC for like 6 years, and same thing, the food truck. There was one little guy had a falafel truck.
Oh,
Yeah.
how long ago was this?
I retired in 2015. So
Okay.
yeah,
So that was just coming aboard that stuff. Yeah. There's that falafel thing.
down there it was
It was
because the food trucks were like
Yeah.
I didn't really see a lot of food trucks until I got stationed down there. But yeah, it was and you knew because there was other falafel trucks, but he had the one that like when you found him, it was it
That
was
was a good-
so good. Yeah, you could tell it was
Yeah,
authentic.
there's a franchise now. It's called Aztec, and we're in Virginia. And I went to, and they have all that. It's kind of like a Chipotle
Okay,
with that kind of food, and you just build it as you go.
nice.
And I'm in here. I'm trying to build something like Chipotle. I said, where's the brown rice? Where's that?
But yeah, it's like I said, it's really sad. And like I said, Weirton's doing great. And I on the wing conversation, actually food conversation. I don't know if you've ever been to Basil's in Weirton. It's is if you're coming from us and going towards Weirton, Pittsburgh, Star Lake, you take that first Weirton exit, cross the bridge.
Okay.
You'll loop up, you'll go around, and then as soon as you hit that red light, you turn right and immediate left.
Okay.
It's hidden in this little
That's Basil's.
yes, they quarter pound hot dogs are they got so many different varieties.
Never
Hot
heard
dogs,
of
their
them.
wings are great. I mean, there's nothing bad at Basil's.
Now you see why the food group's so crazy. Look at us here.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just flying by talking about all this food.
That's it.
And you know what? I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, we haven't eaten.
Should you want to put a pin on this one so we get some food?
That's it.
Anything parting words to say to your group and
Go on the Facebook group. Go to Ohio Valley Food Fanatics. Search them out. Join. Make sure you answer all the questions. Please don't be from Nigeria because we can't give you gift cards for Abby's for Nigeria. So and we get a lot of that, a lot of out of the country stuff, and we look at every one of those profiles.
Good.
oh yeah,
We have to vet every one of them, and and we do pretty good.
We try to keep
There's
it
a
clean.
few out there. There's a few.
We try to keep it
Like,
clean
and you don't have to live here as long as you from here and you have
Yeah.
family here or
Right.
you frequent here. I've had
Yeah.
people win contests and say, "Well, I don't live there anymore, but my mother's here. Can you send it to this address for her to have it?"
Yeah.
I was like, "That's fantastic. That's no problem."
Right.
It's all about if we don't mind people from everywhere, but we just can't do it because of the giveaways. It's all local eateries.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't want to send somebody a card to another country and they just wanted to win and they're not going to use.
Right. Even if
Yeah,
if you send somebody that's
give it
in Virginia, Maryland, it's not going to go to Abby's or whatever. It's
Right.
it's a wasted. Yeah.
Now, you didn't talk desserts, but that could be another whole thing. But go to
Oh.
Back Deck Grill and get their desserts.
Did they just opened up that whole sweets thing? Or,
Yeah,
Yeah, they
and
did,
it
yeah.
is out of control. And actually, Abby's, they use the fat apple